Hello everyone, my name is Sanjay Parashar. Welcome back to the channel. Before we move into more complex development, it's very important to clearly understand three concepts in OIC: variables, integration properties, and schedule parameters. They may look similar when you see them in mappings or expression editors, but they behave very differently at runtime. So in today's video, we'll focus on when to use what. All three of these appears under the source section in OIC, and all three can be used in expressions and mappings. But the key difference is how they are created, how long they live, whether their values can change or not. Let's look at them one by one. Let's start with variables. Variables in OIC are used to store and manage data during the execution of a single integration instance. There are two types of variables: global variables and scoped variables, also commonly known as local variables. Global variables are accessible throughout the entire integration flow for that instance. You can create them from the integration canvas using global variables option. I'll show you how to do that in today's demo. When creating a global variable, you can choose simple data types like string or numbers, or complex object types based on request or response schemas. And you can create up to 20 global variables in an integration. On the other hand, scoped variables are more limited. They exist only inside a specific scope and are visible only where they are created. For example, inside a for each loop or inside a scope or fault handler. Scoped variables are created using an assign action, and they can only be of type string or fault. I'll show you this as well in today's demo. Next, let's talk about integration properties. Integration properties are static read-only values that are defined at design time and are available to all instances of that integration. Think of them as constant variables. They are global in scope and are read-only at runtime. Also, you can only create up to 10 integration properties, and I'll show you how to create one at the later part of this video. If you want to change the value, then you will need to do it manually by deactivating the integration, update property value, and then reactivate it. Finally, let's talk about schedule parameters. Schedule parameters are available only for scheduled integrations designed to persist values across multiple runs. They can be updated manually when starting a schedule, or they can also be updated at runtime using assign or data stitch action. A classic use case is like storing the last process timestamp for incremental batch loads. So without any further delay, let me show you how these three works in OIC and how to create them. Once you are in your OIC console under design and integration, let's create a simple schedule based integration. Let's call it demo variables, integration properties, and schedule parameters. I'm just going to click on create, and let's start with schedule parameters because I have already covered that when we talked about how to create a scheduled service. So under here, we can create on edit, and we can see that that's where you create a schedule parameter. So it's simple. We can just simply create a schedule parameter and initialize it here. And this value later on can be updated either dynamically through assign or data stitch actions, or it can also be updated manually while running an ad hoc or while running this particular schedule. So let's just save it. And in order to create a global variable, you'll need to come here at this variables, global variables section under your integration canvas. Here there is a section for global variables and there is another section for integration properties. And as mentioned, you can create up to 20 global variables and you can create up to 10 integration properties. So let's just create one just to show you how it works. For global variables, you give it a name and then you take a type. So it could be a string, boolean, date, time, and also object type if you want it to be of a complex type based on a request or response payload. So for now, let's just keep it string and save it. Let's create one integration property as well, like this. We can also initialize it and let's save it. So far we have created a schedule parameter, one integration property, and one global variable. Now in order to create a global variable using assign activity, you will need to come here, create like an assign activity here, and it can only be of two types, string or float. So let's give it a string, and here also the variable that you will create will be of global in scope. So let me just give it a name like assign global var1, and you can also initialize that variable here. And let's save it. So far we have created two global variables, one through assign and one through integration canvas, one integration property and one schedule parameter. Now the other type of variable is called scoped variable, also known as local variable. So the reason why they're called scoped variable, because they needs to be created under a scope. So under actions you will see under logic there is something called scope. We can drag and drop it. Now inside this scope we can again use assign, and the variable that we will create here will be a local variable or a scoped variable. So we can give assign underscore scope var1, and let's just save it. And now just to show you that this local variable will not be available outside the scope, let me just come here. There is an action called data stitch. It's something similar to assign, but you can assign, append, and remove. There are multiple features to it. Maybe I'll use it later on in some video and I'll explain you how it works. Now in this, just to show you, under variables you don't see the local variable here. If I say browse data, we cannot see the assign local variable that we created, because that variable is only visible inside this scope. And another thing that I want to show here is under self properties you can come and see your integration property, but as mentioned in the beginning of this video, that integration property that you create are constant in nature, so you cannot change its value. So if I, let's say, drag and drop this here and I just give it a different value, for example integration property updated, apparently it seems like it is working, but let me save it and you will see an error. And if I edit it, the error is simply saying that this variable cannot be here on the two variable side. So that's kind of proves that integration properties cannot be updated at runtime dynamically here. Let me delete this. And also, just to show you that local variable will be available here, let me just put this data stitch inside the scope. And if I come browse all data, I will be able to see assigned scope variable is visible here. So these were some of the very important concepts, because now we are going to start doing a little bit more complex. We will start working on loops and how data stitch, assign, these variables come into the picture. So I thought it's going to be important for you to understand the difference between these variables, schedule parameters, and integration properties. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.